Hello, my name is Abby, and today I'm going to review the Momcozy M5 Smart with the app controls. So you may be familiar with the M5 already. Well, they just upgraded this, so now you can get the ones that are built in with the smart features, meaning you can control them with your app. So I'm gonna pump for you today, and then I'm gonna walk through them step by step with the app, how to control it, and see what it's like. I'll give you my honest opinions. I am not new to the Momcozy brand. I have a lot of other pumps that I've reviewed officially on this channel. So I really want to see how this compares to the rest and show you all exactly what I find. So if we're putting together this pump, it's important to make a note of what you have going into it so that you don't forget parts. Just familiarize yourself with what you have. This is the valve. This is like your duckbill. This is your sizing insert if you need one. This is like your backflow protector, okay? And this is your flange, and this is your milk container. What I tend to do is I put my duckbill on first, and then I go in here and put this on, and then we can put on our flange. And something that's really cool about this particular pump is that there is a little gray heart with a little pink outline. And then once it's lined up in the middle, then you know if you've placed it correctly. So I just pulled it out a little bit, push it back in, and there you go. Another thing I really love about Momcozy is I think at this point, all of their flanges are the double fit, so that it makes it extra easy to ensure that it stays suctioned and comfortable on your breast. I happen to be a 21 millimeter size right now. Through the thick of my postpartum nursing and pumping journey, I was actually fitting the standard 24 size pretty great. But the further in breastfeeding you go, you tend to actually get smaller nipples. Not everyone, but that is a pretty common experience for moms to have. And that is what I experienced. This one's really easy to put together, if I do say so myself. So let's line up that heart. Let's make sure it actually says 21 millimeter, if you can see that. And slide that on in. And the last thing you want to do is add your motor. When you have your motor on, it's not really going to stay upright very well. However, if you don't have your motor on, it will stay upright just fine. It will, well, I guess this is on the side, but this is where you can hold it upright without having milk leak out, which I will show you here pretty soon. It's really important that when you are done pumping, take the motor off, and then you can set it down nicely right here, and you will be able to see the measurements on the bottom. Or if you hold it upright like this, you can see the measurements on the side. And there we are assembled. Let's get started. Now that we have it fully assembled, I showed you all the different parts, I want to show you the case. And one thing that I love about Momcozy and really respect about their brand is that so many of their pumps actually come with cases. I have a lot of other pumps that did not come with cases that I had to buy separately, which was not ideal, not for my budget. So we do have the case itself. You can actually take this part in and out. So technically you could use this with any other model pump, but we have this little insert to make sure that it holds in nicely. And then it also comes with little caps. You can put those right on there, and then it prevents dust from getting in, because even when they're stored inside a case, dust can still get in, and that's not nice when you are trying to keep things clean and sanitized and safe for a baby. Am I right? And everything fits so great, so nicely in your case. Not only are we able to store the pumps in the bottom part, but there are little pockets here where you can store your chargers. I actually haven't even had to take out my charging cords yet, because these take USB-C, as you can see here on the side. And the nice thing about USB-C is that it is so versatile. I've been able to use my normal charging cords without having to swap in and out. And now also, we have a back pocket with a little bit more storage. I have not opened these yet. These are the inserts. This is the 17 millimeter. I don't know if I'll ever be a 17 millimeter, so I probably won't even waste my time in opening it. This is the 19 millimeter. I have been a 19, but I am not currently. So when I need this, if I need it, I'll open it up then. It also comes with some extra duckbills. Again, I have not opened these because I don't need them yet, and I would rather not lose them. I need to sterilize them any more than I have to. So I'll open that when I need it. And then it comes with one of these to help keep things dry. You can throw it away or you can leave it in there. The choice is up to you. So that is our bag, our beloved pump bag. Now I do have the M9. This is the honkin' M9 case that fits so much. Obviously, I love this. I've raved about it before. This is the M5. Definitely a little bit easier to take with you if this is a little bit too bulky to take on the go. Now, if you've been pumping long term or you're going to soon, whatever the case is, if you're curious about a smart pump and you want to know if it's for you, I will say, before even getting too far into it, having a smart pump is so nice. I love having an app to control my pumps so that I don't have to dig into my shirt if I'm in the grocery store or I'm at work, in the office, around people. It's just nice to be able to control it from my phone rather than having to dig into my bra every single time. I just think it's easier. So whether you're experienced, whether you are brand new to pumping, you used to pump and now you're getting back into it, whether it be to reestablish your supply or you're switching pumps, looking for something new, or you're pregnant again, you're expecting again, congratulations, mama. Wearable pumps, first and foremost, I think are for moms who want convenience. There is a pump out there for everyone, I'm sure of it. All right, so let's take a real quick minute to go through the app itself. My battery's getting a little low. Clearly, I have a lot of Momcozy pumps already, and these are the 3 that I have that are controlled by the app. I have the Air one, I have the M9 as you saw before, and now we have the M5 Smart. So let's go into the M5 Smart. Let's click on that. They're showing that the devices are not currently online, and it's because I haven't turned them on yet. I'm just gonna say from the beginning, this is not gonna be your most discreet pump option. It's okay. The on button is right here in the front. Can you hear it? So now that we have both pumps moving, my phone is connecting to both devices. All right, so here you can see both devices are currently moving, pumping. So I want to activate bilateral control. It's this button right here in the middle, because when I control my pumps, I just want them both to move at the exact same time. I don't really need 2 different settings per breast. So currently I'm on stimulation. As you can see, that is the heart. Stimulation is going to mimic your baby. It's going to really activate your milk flow, try to get things perked up, try to get them moving. Usually it takes a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes for some women. Everyone is different. Every body is different. So figure out what works for you and take it from there. Breastfeeding is a learning curve. Pumping is a learning curve, just like nursing has a learning curve. So right now I'm on level 1. I'm gonna increase it to level 2. These are moving at the exact same beat, no difference. So if you're one of those where a little bit of OCD and that bothers you, just know I'm the same way and it's not doing that to me right now. We're at 2 minutes of stimulation. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer until, oh, I feel it starting to build. I feel my letdown starting to come. And expression is going to be that mode in the middle with the little teardrop. That's when you know your milk is flowing. You can just slow down, pull the milk out, let the pump handle its job. Another thing that's really cool about the Momcozy app is that you can actually track the amount of milk that you're getting per session. You can record it there, you can view your stats. It's so great. The fact that all of my Momcozy pumps are in one app, I think if I do end up having another child here in the future, which I would love to, but if we do have another child and I am able to breastfeed that baby, I'll probably just stick to Momcozy for everything. Honestly, it's just, it will be so much easier. So I'm gonna switch to expression mode. So yeah, being able to view my stats, super important to me. I love to know exactly how much I'm producing. I wanna look back on, okay, I'm 2 months postpartum, this is how much I was producing then. Technically, I'm 18 months postpartum right now, so my milk supply is way different than it was a year ago, or even when he was first born. Take everything, every review and supply video with a grain of salt, because just because it's normal for that mom does not mean that it's going to be normal for you. Everyone, again, everyone and every body is so different. You just have to figure out what's normal for you. And when in doubt, find a lactation consultant and talk with them. Usually the hospital that you have your baby at is able to offer you lactation services. I would hope that they are free. They're not always free, but I know that there are so many different organizations out there that offer free lactation. There's also Facebook groups with certified lactation consultants that can talk with you and give you their recommendations as well. I'm in a lot of different Facebook groups online, and it's so interesting to see people post their questions, see answers, see what other moms are going through. So if you haven't joined one yet, definitely look into them. There's tons out there, and they're all so good at supporting other moms, and they have moderators there, certified lactation consultants who can help you. So check it out. As you can see, we have stimulation, expression, and then there's also a mixed mode. Let's try it out. I've been pumping for about almost 7 minutes now. Let's just recap here for just a second. Stimulation is going to start your milk flow. That is what babies typically start out with to get the milk flowing from mom. It's especially important for a pump to have that stimulation mode because pumps are not typically as good at getting milk out as baby would be. And then for expression mode, that is to boost your milk expressions, to pull out as much as it can without being so aggressive as the stimulation mode. Now, when you're on mixed mode, that's like a fast and deep pumping combined. If you're somebody who needs the alternating functions, it's just something that, if it works better for you, I love to have a pump that offers that third option. A lot of pumps out there only offer stimulation and expression, so to have that mixed option is so good. If we're being real, when you think about a baby can switch back and forth as often as they want. They're not a machine. They pull the milk as they need it. If they feel like the flow is slowing down, they'll start sucking a little bit harder, a little bit faster to make that milk flow pick up again. So that's the beauty of the mixed mode, is to kind of mimic that baby a little bit. It's telling your breasts, hey, I don't get enough milk right now. Let's pick this up. Let's get this moving. That is the point of the mixed mode. 3 modes, 9 suction levels. I feel like I'm doing okay right now. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm gonna go back to expression. And if I want to change it from the pump, I can do that too. Now let's talk about why wearables are so important for a pumping routine. Realistically, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, or somewhere in between, or another category that I don't even know about, because let's face it, motherhood cannot be summed up into 2 different categories, for real. I think that wearables are so convenient no matter what your life looks like, especially if you have more than one child. Pumping for my first baby was so different than this last time because now I have multiple kids. I have more things taking my attention, and having to sit down plugged into an outlet is just not ideal. Even if you have the portable Spectra where you don't technically need to plug it into an outlet, you're still having to lug around a physical motor that you can't just put on your pocket, you can't wear on your bra, and then you've got these things sticking out of your bra and hanging down. It's not great. It's not my favorite thing, if I'm being real and honest with you right now. Wearables are just gonna be so much better. So if you're an experienced pumping mom, this is a great option. Honestly, even if you're not experienced with pumping, this is a really easy one to get started with. I don't think you can go wrong. This is going to be a very ideal option for daily breastfeeding routines. As I said before, if you're a busy mom, whether you're working full-time, you're a stay-at-home mom, or anything else, having this wearable option is going to be so nice. If I was going back to the basics, back to day 1, I would make sure with my very first time postpartum, very first nursing journey, breastfeeding journey, I would make sure that I had a pump out there that I could control with an app that I could wear inside my bra. I think that would have significantly improved my breastfeeding experience the first time, where maybe I would have breastfed longer than just a few months. Had I had a better pumping experience, it would have been so much nicer and maintainable for me. So this is essentially the exact same thing as the M5, but with this one, it's the M5 Smart. So you will have access to the app if you get the one that specifically states Smart. Now, something actually also to note is that the M5 has been the #1 best-selling breast pump on the market. I don't know where it's at right now, but I do know that it has been a mom favorite for a very long time, at least 3 years. All right, we're almost done. Okay, so I just stopped through the app. That's super nifty. I actually just paused it and then I just hit play and picked up right where I left off. And we are done pumping. So This is what I got on one side. Again, not a ton because remember, I'm 18, almost 19 months postpartum, so I'm not producing for my child as a primary food source. This is just snack food at this point. Let's take off the motor because, like I said, if you do not take off the motor and you put it down, it's going to tip over and then you could lose some, if not most of your milk. Here is my other side. There we go. You can either hold it this way and see how much, or you can hold it this way and see how much. So again, let's take off that motor so we don't risk losing anything. And there we go. Now that we are done, I actually just grabbed a little sippy cup from the fridge that I know is going to be drank before the end of the day. There is absolutely no chance that this will go to waste. I'm just gonna pour that in there. I only got like about an ounce on this, by the way. So we're just gonna pour that breast milk into the milk that he already had in there. And same for this one. This was also just an ounce. Nothing goes to waste. Now, also very important for me to just remind you that if my child was still a baby, not more toddler at this point, I would be putting my milk into a more sterile environment. This is just going into a sippy cup that I know he's going to drink anyway. He's a toddler at this point, not a baby. So now that we're done pumping, I want to go back into my app and record how much I pumped on each side. Very important. So I pumped 1 ounce on my left side and 1 ounce on my right side. There we go. I pumped for a duration of 20 minutes and 9 seconds on February 8th, 2026, just in case you're curious what day I'm filming. And I ended my time at 3:24 p.m. I love that it automatically tracks that for you. One of like the biggest inconveniences for me when having to track my pumping was that because I used a separate app, it did not automatically talk with my pumps. It did not automatically save my times. So I couldn't always pump on time because I couldn't remember what time I actually pumped. Gives you a little bit of a visual. If you're a visual person like me, it tells you just where you are in the bottle. Okay, hit save, and then we're done. The devices are offline, so we're not gonna see any more at this point. And then you can go back to your homepage and see all the different Momcozy devices that you may have. So now another amazing thing about Momcozy is they have more resources on their apps. So let's take a closer look, shall we? Gives me my total pumping for today. Obviously I don't pump a ton because, you know, I have a toddler, not a baby. It's got my name, it's got some weight logs if I wanted to keep track of that for baby. Other resources of things that you can read. Right now my recommended reading is, does coffee decrease milk supply? Maybe I should read that because I'm addicted to coffee. Aren't we all though? And then how long to breastfeed per side, a helpful guide for moms. And this last one is, how do you bottle feed a newborn? Tips, positions, and advice. That's huge because seriously, there are so many different things to learn when it comes to being a new mom. Even when you're not a new mom, but you are back in restarting the trenches, so many things to learn, refresh your memory on. There are different posts where you can actually post questions. You can take part in polls. I can read what other people have posted and asked. Some people post pictures of their little babies. This is somebody else who has a different pump. Now, let's take a look at my information. So this is where you can track all of your things. You can look at your profile, your baby. You can go straight to the Momcozy website, look for help and feedback. You can share the app with your friends. You can go to your settings and get some specifics about the app itself. So I haven't used this app a ton just because I started using Momcozy after my primary pumping days. Otherwise, this app would be filled with way more. Next time, Momcozy is going to be my primary. As I say, you live and you learn, so learn from me. Next time, if hopefully there is a next time that I can have another baby and be on the breastfeeding journey again, I can tell you right now, Momcozy is without a doubt going to be the breast pump that I reach for every single time. I have 4 breast pumps from them that I've reviewed officially now, and I have another one that was a very basic pump that somebody gave to me after she was done using it herself. No matter what, I am covered when it comes to breastfeeding and pumping. So I know that me being a creator on here, I'm very fortunate to have these resources and brands of pumps to work with. So I do not take any of this lightly at all. I know I'm so fortunate to have that privilege, like, do not get me wrong. So by having these resources and privileges, I just hope to be able to give this information out to you guys to help you make the best informed decision for you and your baby. Breastfeeding is one of the most challenging things that I have done in my entire life. Literally feeding an entire human being solely with my own body is not only such a rewarding experience, but it is hard. It is so hard. And to know that you're doing it right, because there are so many different situations that you can run into where you're second guessing. Am I doing it correctly? Should I be doing something else? I see another mom who had 10 ounces in her pump session. Why do I only have 2? It's okay. Everyone's different. Every body is different. Every breast is different. Your left side could be like, dang girl, and your right side could be like, what have you been doing today? Just take it one day at a time. And remember, you are always welcome to ask questions. Here, you can reach out to lactation consultants, find your village. And if you're not really sure who your village is, there are so many people online out there who would love to support you, myself included. My name is Abbie. Thank you so much for watching. I so hope this video helped. If you're looking for a new pump, the M5 is, well, the M5 and most importantly, the M5 Smart is such a great place to start. Now, if you're looking to get the M5 Smart for yourself, I will have it linked in the description, so check it out, along with reviews that I've done on the other Momcozy pumps. So if you have questions on any of them, you're welcome to dive into those as well. And last but not least, a very well-deserved thank you to Momcozy for being such an innovative brand, always thinking of ways to improve the breastfeeding journey. Anytime you guys have a new pump, at this point, I'm gonna be first in line to try it. You guys have truly changed the game of pumping for so many people, including me. If you need anything, you can find me in any one of my videos. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.